Hi, this is David Comfort from Democracy Action Network. Here's a mind-blowing fact. Starting July 1st, 2026, new federal loan limits will drastically change how families pay for higher education. Parents can only borrow $20,000 a year, totaling $65,000 for each student under the Parent Plus program. Graduate students face similar caps, and professional schools like medical and law will be limited to $50,000 per year and $200,000 total. This is honestly crazy but not surprising. With the cost of education skyrocketing, these caps could leave many students and families in a lurch, especially as some institutions already see plus loan debts exceeding $65,000. It raises a critical question: who will step in to fill this financial gap? Ever notice how the education system often shifts the burden onto families without addressing the root causes of rising tuition? The article highlights that private lenders may swoop in, potentially offering billions in loans. However, the reality is that these lenders often have stricter standards and may leave many students, especially those pursuing lower-paying careers like social work, without the necessary funds. This situation is absurd and unfair. Why should students have to scramble for private loans at potentially exorbitant rates when they're already facing the daunting task of funding their education? The federal government's minimal underwriting standards might open the door for private lenders, but will they do so fairly? Experts in the article suggest several possible outcomes. Schools might lower their prices, provide more aid, or engage in risk sharing. Yet, there's skepticism about whether schools will act without being forced to. It's a game they're playing, prioritizing profit over student welfare. What if I told you that the current system is set up to perpetuate inequality? Low-income students could find themselves shut out of higher education opportunities if private lenders refuse to extend credit beyond federal limits. This is where we need to rethink our approach. Imagine if we redirected some financial aid budgets into subsidized loans for those at risk of being overlooked. Or consider philanthropic funding for students in fields deemed high risk by lenders. This could be a pathway to ensuring that education is accessible to all, regardless of their financial background. In the grand scheme, these changes present a puzzle we must work on together. The education system is in dire need of reform, and it's up to us to demand fairer practices that prioritize student success over profit. Let's advocate for a system that truly supports our future leaders, rather than one that limits their potential. This is David Comfort from Democracy Action Network. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It would help out a lot. Peace.